What's up, everybody? It's Rex here with Carpentry Plus. And we've got a stack of white oak lumber here. It's been surfaced on the front and back, but the edges are not straight. So today we're going to build a StraightEdge RipGuide. We're going to use our micro jig dovetail clamps, and basically we're going to build one of these, but longer. We use this thing all the time for a number of different applications, but this is not long enough for this 8-foot material. So basically you've got these dovetailed grooves and clamps that fit into those, parallel and perpendicular grooves for just about everything you could need it for. So I've got a piece of MDF here, 8 foot long. I think it's about 15 inches wide. And I'm going to cut those grooves with the router and take you along for that process. So if you're not familiar with the Matchfit dovetail clamps, basically you've got a router bit, dovetail router bit that you'll use to cut these dovetail grooves, and then they've got clamps that fit into those grooves, and then you can clamp your workpiece to the sled. Okay, so that's pretty much the process. Pretty straightforward, really. Using the StraightEdge guide with the router to cut the dovetail grooves. Got 2 parallel and 5 perpendicular grooves, one at 6 inches, one at 24, and then one in the middle. And from here, we're ready to put this thing into use and show you why we made it. All right, so here's a look at the why. You can see these boards got a pretty good curve to them. And as you know, if you just run these through the table saw, you're just going to maintain that curve through each piece. So we got our StraightEdge RipGuide we can clamp our board on, run it through one time and get one straight edge, and then from there we can use the table saw fence to cut the other side. Okay, so now to put this thing into action, simply grab one of our boards here, lay it on the guide. Basically, we want to have where all of it is at least flush or hanging over, 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch or so. And then we clamp that down. At that point, we're ready to run that through the saw. Here are those two edges we showed earlier. You can see how nice and straight they are. In fact, we slide them together. I mean, you could join those two edges as is. So I'm pretty pleased with the results of our new straight line rip jig, whatever you want to call it. Gotta come up with a name, I guess. But worked out pretty well. All right, folks, well, there you have it. That's our process for making a straight edge rib guide using the micro jig dovetail clamps. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it useful, and don't forget to subscribe.